We need to sell more fair trade certified tea to more people, and that can be can be south to south. So Kenyan tea can be sold in Zambia, can be sold in Malawi, can be sold in Mozambique, can be sold in Tanzania. We need to sell more fair trade certified tea. South south is one option, but also south north. We need to tell more stories and positive stories about quality, about that we are doing good for the people. What we have seen here, it's amazing how we have seen school buildings, we have seen projects with farms, with cows, we have seen projects with planting trees, avocado trees, etc. So we have seen beautiful projects, but the only way to increase and to bring value back to the producer is to sell more tea and to promote and make the fair trade label more recognized and more important. It needs to be the Coca-Cola label. It needs to have the Coca-Cola recognition. The same thing. So the fair trade label needs to be as important as the Coca-Cola label. That's what we need to strive for. Sure, I think it's also a matter of increasing the quality and making consumers aware that if you're buying slightly more expensive tea, that you're drinking something better. And it's also about telling the story where your tea is coming from. That's what millennials want to hear. They want to know the story behind their cup of tea. And it's Fair Trade Africa and the producers that need to do everything together with the buyers and the retailers and the packers. These people need to be on the same line and tell really that story. Similar to what happened to the coffee world, where big companies like Starbucks really made a difference. They educated people about where the tea is coming from, the differences between Robusta and Arabica, the difference in making a cappuccino and an espresso. All these things make people to pay a little bit more for their cup of coffee or for their cup of tea. And I think that's what we also need to do in the tea world, away from just a little tea bag in a pot and maybe some milk and some sugar with it. No, tell the story about the farmers, tell the story about where it's grown, close to Mount Kenya, etc. That's where we need to go. Yeah, and I think it's very good to have also your tea packed for the local and the regional market. Export markets for black tea are difficult. The bulk tea market is a bit saturated, so the prices in general are relatively low. So the world tea price is very low. So I think we need to add more value at origin, like the German is trying to do with their brand, and sell more on the local market. It's very ridiculous to send tea out first and get it back packed in a tea bag. So why would it need to go outside Kenya? I think in Kenya you can pack, in Malawi we can pack, in Uganda you can pack. So I think it's important that we try to add as much value in the country of origin as possible.
As Mungania fraternity, we are gearing our efforts towards improving on quality, improving on packaging of our teas. We have been challenged because our teas is quite traditional. We have been challenged to add value to our teas. That's the way we are doing. We have already started by doing value-added teas, by doing, like, we have ginger tea, we have masara tea, which was not there initially. And with that, we believe we are adding value to our teas. Again, through the intervention of many players, including the government of Kenya, we are now telling them to open more markets, the relevant bodies, to give us more space so that we can be able to exploit the available markets locally and internationally.
Apart from buy from us our tea, they also give a premium, which eventually gets to the community through the projects, like the one we have just seen. Is a project for the class. We have built 2 classes, and we expect to even do more. And we are actually urging them to buy more teas from us, so that our community can benefit. We have a lot in terms of projects, because this project they are spread all over the catchment. Okay, every zone in Mungania has a project which is funded by Fairtrade. There are quite many, but they spread on the area of health, on the area of education, and the area of, like, we have a road which I've just mentioned up here, across all areas that are needy.